Good evening, and we start tonight at 6 with breaking news. We are now less than 2 hours away from a mandatory curfew in Marion County. It follows another violent night across downtown Indianapolis, and the governor has now called in the National Guard to the State House and other state-owned properties. We have team coverage for you tonight, and we're, of course, going to keep you safe and informed throughout the evening. We want to begin with Emily Longnecker. She's live downtown.
Hey, Dustin, we are here at Pennsylvania, where there is a standoff kind of taking place right now between police and the protesters. Police have shot tear gas at many of these folks who have been marching throughout the day. You know, this started out as a protest, a small protest, really, at Monument Circle a couple hours ago. Some people speaking, some people holding up signs, and then it grew. It quickly grew, and loudspeakers went off in Monument Circle, asking people to disperse, that it had become an unlawful assembly. So the crowd, as it grew, started marching around Monument Circle. Then they marched to Lugar Plaza, finally marching down Meridian, coming to the War Memorial, and then marching down Pennsylvania. And that's when the tear gas started. And police here now in their riot gear, in their shields. You can see behind me a lot of folks holding up their signs. We know that curfew is set to go into effect here in just a little bit at 8 p.m. to 6 a.m. in Marion County. People will not be allowed on public streets or public places, and we know the highway ramps into the city have been closed. I-70 west to Fletcher, Ohio and Michigan, I-65 south to Fletcher, Ohio and Michigan, I-65 north to Washington, and I-65 north and south to MLK Boulevard. Now, Mayor Joe Hogsett talked about the curfew as not a way to punish peaceful protesters, but to protect the peaceful protesters as well as the businesses and citizens from the vandalism, looting that we've seen this weekend after those peaceful protests ended. Take a listen.
It is clear after last night that we can no longer provide the protection of those protesters or our downtown residents and business owners when an unfortunate few are so determined to hijack this movement for their own selfish reasons.
Yeah. So definitely things heating up here on Pennsylvania Street. You can see the police in their riot gear. Ben, if you want to pan here, they're heading towards the protesters, many of them holding up their hands, saying, hands up, don't shoot. They've deployed tear gas. We can smell the tear gas in there. We can feel the tear gas in our nose and our eyes at this point. And you see the police marching down Pennsylvania towards the protesters. And you can see tear gas being deployed, things being thrown at the police as well. So this has turned chaotic. It really has. It started out peacefully a couple hours ago, and now it's come to this, that curfew set to take effect in less than 2 hours. We're going to go now to Karen at the State House, where she's going to tell us about the status of the National Guard perhaps coming in.
All right, it looks like we're having some technical problems. Karen having trouble hearing us. What we can tell you is that 8 p.m. curfew goes into effect, as Emily said, about less than 2 hours from now. Several hundred Guard members are on standby right now, per the governor's order, to help out in communities like Indianapolis if need be. Now, so far we have not heard any communities ask for the National Guard's help, but we do know the National Guard has been deployed to protect state properties, to protect them from further damage like we saw the other night. Earlier today at the State House, about 60 people gathered to pray and call for peace. One woman said she hopes their message of why they're protesting is not lost amid the violence that's been happening in the city for the last couple of nights.
I feel like the best way is to first bring awareness. A lot of people choose to look a blind eye. Like I said, a lot of people are focusing in on the destruction around the city. You don't see many videos circulating of things like this, prayer circle. It's a lot of positive movements going on across the city. But yet, a lot of people tend to focus more on the negative and, oh, people are such thugs and they're doing such thugs. Which it's been proven that a lot of these situations are instigated by inside jobs.
All right, so all these precautions that we're talking about are being taken after a second night of violence across Indianapolis. Metro Police tell us the violence turned deadly last night. 2 people lost their lives in separate shootings. Officers also arrested nearly 30 people. They also helped people who got hurt, including one fellow officer. And we want to acknowledge those tense moments between protesters and police that Emily Longnecker was showing us moments ago. Police shooting what appeared to be tear gas at some of those protesters as those moments got tense, as those protesters clashed with police. We're going to keep an eye on that. Of course, we want to make sure that our crew, including Emily and her photographer, is safe. Can we take some live? Yeah, let's take some live pictures now. And Emily, I don't know if you can hear me, but if you can you tell me exactly where you are? Where are we looking? What street are you on right now?
Okay, we're at Pennsylvania and New York right now, and there's somewhat of a standoff. They've just arrested 4 people, taken them away in handcuffs. Some of the people here, though, still in the park in front of the War Memorial, holding up their signs, chanting, "Hands up, don't shoot." You can see the police with their paintball guns out, sticks, their shields, their masks, asking the protesters to disperse. Several announcements went out on loudspeakers in the past hour saying that the gathering had become unlawful and it was time to disperse. So the crowd left Monument Circle and then started marching through the streets of downtown Indianapolis. So police have asked several times for the crowd to disperse. They have not, and then we've come to this standoff, so to speak. Some people we can see are leaving, but some people are staying with their signs, with their hands up, and the police are here too. They have deployed tear gas. You can feel it in the air. My cameraman Ben and I, we can feel it in our eyes, in our nose, and we're just standing by right now.
Yeah, and as you mentioned, really the afternoon had been peaceful. This is the first tense confrontation we've seen this afternoon. Emily, you mentioned that you heard police say that it was unlawful. Do you know how it was unlawful? Do you know what instigated it?
And we were trying to, my cameraman and I, Ben, were talking about that. It didn't seem to be, I don't know if it was unlawful because by then too many people were gathered here and not social distancing in the age of COVID, what we're all dealing with. We all have our masks on. A lot of people have their masks on. But yeah, I mean, the circle was really busy this afternoon with all kinds of activity, right? There was small groups, didn't really seem organized, people speaking. There were people down there with their kids, though, enjoying the beautiful blue sky. And then the crowd began to grow, and people were speaking and holding up their signs, and it was still peaceful. And you know, we've seen this all weekend, right? It's peaceful until it's not. And that's where we are right now with, you know, police responding with tear gas and arrests at this point.
Yeah, all right. Well, of course, Emily and Ben, they're downtown. Stay safe, okay? Go where you need to go. Good. That's good to hear. We'll come back to you when you learn more about what may have happened, what may have instigated those tense moments between protesters and police. Religious leaders gathered downtown to pray for peace and change. We're going to have more on that story when we come back. Stay with us.